Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tributron here, and today I bring forth a monumental event. For today, after 3 years of development, have released the first figure for retail release. And that is the new figure from the new line that I call Memory. So this Memory line only has one figure, but there are going to be more being made. There's going to be a gold one, there's going to be a blue one, and of course the red one. But this one in particular, I have given the name Pavone, after a flower from Puerto Rico. So without any further ado, I thought I would make a video where I showcase how this is built live. So you get a experience of what it would feel like, relatively speaking, to make your very own Pavone figure. So now Pavone utilizes modified resin, which is my own formula to create much more robust resin material to make like joints and stuff like that. ABS plastic, and polypropylene, if I am pronouncing that right. And propylene is used for the sockets. They are going to be the first custom-made sockets that I have made. Now, of course, I'm not making a diverse amount of custom molds for injection molding just yet because I am investing my budget for the actual mainline figures using the tailored reconstructible intuitive building system known as Tribs. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get building. Now, as you can see, there's pieces, and we're gonna look at all this delicious goodness that I have been working on for so long, and these came out actually very nicely. Surprisingly, these came out really well. The reason why these had to be injection molded is because the modified resin, though it can be flexible in some cases, are not flexible enough. And here is the limbs. A little bit rough, but they're pretty decent when it comes to making them. So let's go ahead and start this. Now, this is the first time I'm building Pavone. Physically, this is going to be the first time I'm building Pavone, so I'm actually really excited. So let's slide you in. Oh, this one does not want to slide in. Why won't you slide in? Oh no. Why won't you slide in, my dear friend? I'll use that for the torso. That is a shame. Wow. Is it the molding? A little bit tight. This is a little bit tight. I'm going to have to fix that in later models because this is the first time I'm making this. So testing is very important. Now, the most prominent thing is... Ah, yes. Oh, that's a leg if I ever saw a leg. Now, I'm thinking there's two configurations Pavone's legs can go into. They can go like this, or you can make a digigrade. There we go. And honestly, if we're going to do digigrade, it would have to go backwards, yeah. I'm going to actually make it straight this time with this guy. I'm gonna make it straight. I think straight works better. Yeah, I think it works better straight. Whoop. Oh boy. Ooh, buddy. Ah, there we go. There we go. He is getting big. He's becoming a big boy. He's becoming a very big boy. The biggest of boys for a prototype figure. Oh, there we go. And then, of course, this one will work pretty well. Of course that one works pretty well. Why wouldn't it work pretty well? All right, let's actually go ahead and build together the arms before I do anything. First and foremost, because that will be kind of important if I do that. There we go. Limb number one, and time to do the same with the other. And then the head goes on without so much as a fuss. And then his hands. And just like that, we have Pavone. Now, Pavone here has this many pieces listed up in the corner. And the height of Pavone, let's go ahead and figure out how tall this guy actually is. So he stands roughly about 6 1/4 inches tall, and the centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Now let's go ahead and look at articulation wise, because that will be important for us to discern. So ball joint at the ankle, so you get what you expect. Knees, they bend more than 90, so you get plenty of flexibility there. The legs, they're on a ball joint. You could probably imagine the range of articulation there. Ball joint here, ball joint here, ball joint here. It's basically the same articulation as in the legs because they are the same build. Looks down this far, looks up this far, and there you go. And for all those wondering why I always keep reviewing my mocks after all these years, this is the reason why I was building up to this moment. You see, it all works out in the end. But yeah, so Pavone here, he is from the line Memory. Now, who is this character? Where is he from? So he is from the island of Lolito, from the Children of the Flame. They are beings that live in like this big temple in the jungles of Kra on the island that is in the Ascending Depths universe. This is from the Ascending Depths universe, that even though like it doesn't share any characteristics with the models that you will see in the Ascending Depths toy line. So there will be still some ball and socket and definitely some pin connectors, but things are going to be quite different. So that is Pavone right there. So I hope you guys like this build. And of course, the final version, I will go ahead and showcase the final version once I make a few tweaks and so forth, because I did found a few issues in this build, and I don't want any problems with potential purchasers of Pavone over here. This guy will be going for $35 US. That is the price of for this character. Now, I highly recommend you, if you want to see more figures, more buildable figures, I highly recommend you go to ascendingdepths.etsy.com and make a few purchases. Every purchase helps me get closer to making more of these, because the memory sets I can only make them in limited run. But with the more purchases you get, especially if Trans Pink, I need you guys to buy Trans Pink specifically so I can keep making more of these lids as well. Because I can only make 5 for sale when they go up, which I will announce on my store once they go up, and at the same time showcase the final render of Pavone. So you get the idea there, and there might even be comics as well with this guy, like maybe some written bio for this character in particular. And you know, he can go into pretty unique poses for. Oh, and the socket just decided to go kaplooey. But that's what happens when you use recyclable materials. Which I prefer to use recyclable materials because recyclable plastic is very useful. So be sure to go ahead and check that out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.